Hello everybody and welcome back to Marvel Rivals. In this one we're going to be going over Hela, the goddess of death. Hela is probably one of the best characters in the game in my opinion. So without further ado, let's just get right into her. Hela's primary fire is called Night Sword Thorn. Hela throws a Night Sword Thorn. Pretty self-explanatory overall. All you really need to know about this ability is she can throw them decently fast, and they do a lot of damage, especially to the head. This ability is able to two-shot squishy heroes. So if you're decent at aiming, you could definitely pop off with this character. You don't want healers undoing all the damage you're doing. Hela's first passive ability is called Nastron Crow Storm. Defeating an enemy will generate a Nastron Crow, exploding after a duration. This is just something that helps her do even more damage. With this passive ability, you don't actually have to do anything besides get kills. Killing an enemy spawns a little crow that, after a short duration, explodes, dealing a decent amount of damage to everyone around them. As you can see, the radius is pretty big, and it does a lot of damage. Hela's next passive ability is called Hell's Descent. Hold the jump button to fall slowly. So this passive ability is actually shared between a lot of random heroes, but all you have to do is get higher than a normal jump and just hold the jump button. Hela will slowly glide down as she does. This ties into another one of her abilities, but we'll get into that later. It can also potentially help you escape a Jeff ultimate. Hela's alternate fire is called Piercing Night. Fire multiple Night Sword Thorns that detonate after a delay. This ability is actually pretty self-explanatory. She charges up for a short amount of time before throwing a bunch of daggers that hit the target area and then after a short amount of time explode. Keep in mind that you could throw these all at one spot, or you could spread them out. You can throw them all in different spots if you move the cursor while shooting it. Now these don't do a bunch of damage on their own, but together they can do a decent amount, or they can do a little bit of damage across a wide range. Hela's next ability is called Soul Drainer. Project an explosive hell sphere to stun nearby enemies. Now this ability does have a few secret techniques to it that I'll tell you right now. First of all, its range isn't that big, so you have to be kind of precise with it. Second of all, it doesn't just stun enemies, it also pulls them closer to the center. Which means, if you can predict where the enemy is going to be, it is easier to get headshots while they are sitting still. The stun doesn't last super long, so try and keep that in mind. Hela's next ability is called Astral Flock. Transform into a Nightstrand Crow to glide forth. Press again to undo the transformation. So this ability's wording is a little weird, so let's just go through it. You press the button, you turn into a crow, you go straight forward. There is no moving. When they say you turn into a crow and glide forth, they mean you go directly forward. Wherever the cursor is pointing, she will fly directly that way for a short amount of time before transforming back. Remember her floating passive. If you fly into the air, you can float down slowly so you can get above the enemy and shoot down at them for a little bit of time. Otherwise, this is great for either getting in or getting out of situations. Hela's ultimate ability is called Goddess of Death. Hela soars into the sky to unleash Nordstrom crows from each hand at will. This ultimate is very strong. Hela flies up into the air, gaining 1000 shield, and can tactically nuke parts of the map for 10 seconds. Hela throws crows that do a bunch of damage and have a decent blast radius before coming back to the ground and landing. One of the really strong things about this ultimate ability is there are virtually no drawbacks to doing it. Unlike Iron Man or Scarlet Witch or any of these other characters that have to fly up into the air and start screaming something, if you kill them, they die. Hela has 1000 health, and if you kill her out of that, she just comes back to the ground. Also keep in mind that 1000 health gets put on when she ultimates. So say you turn into a bird and rush the back line. You kill a few people, maybe get a few people low, but they're wailing on you. And you have your ultimate. Just pop it, fly up into the air, look down at them, shoot a few times. If they break your ultimate, whatever, your cooldown is probably over by the time that happens, so you can get out of there with the bird again. A lot of people I see use this in the way back lines and try to snipe. But you have 1000 health with no drawback if it hits 0. So why not get in and do a bunch of damage? Another thing that makes Hela really strong is her team-up ability with Loki and Thor, called Ragnarok Rebirth. When Hela lands a final hit in defeating an enemy, she can instantly resurrect Loki and Thor in the respawn phase, or grant them bonus health if they're still alive. Yup, if Hela wasn't strong enough, she can instantly resurrect to teammates if they are around. Loki and Thor don't have to do anything for this team up ability. Hela does all the work and gives all the benefits. If you get a kill while they're both still alive, they gain 50 shield, which admittedly isn't a lot. However, if they are dead, they drop their weapon. Loki drops his scepter, Thor drops Mjolnir. If you get a kill then, it will instantly resurrect them at almost full health. There is no cooldown on this ability. The cooldown is your ability to get kills. You can resurrect both of them at the same time if they're both dead or just one. If you're good with Hela, I feel like this could be one of the most broken team-up abilities in the game. Thor sometimes already is unkillable with the right healers, and with this, even if you kill him, there's a chance he'll come back in less than a second. And that is everything you need to know about Hela. What do you guys think of Hela? Do you think she's as strong as I do? Let me know down in the comments below. And hey, if you liked the video or you learned something, why don't you hit that subscribe button and the like button too while you're down there? It really helps out the channel, and I'm planning on putting out more Marvel Rivals content. And if you're sick of Marvel Rivals, why don't you check out some of my other videos while you're at it? If not, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.